But we begin with the latest on that horrific bombing in Manchester, England. Late this afternoon, the British government raised its threat level and deployed armed forces to help with internal security ahead of another potential attack the Prime Minister calls imminent. Last night's slaughter left 22 people dead, 59 people wounded, with many of the victims children. All were attending a concert by pop singer Ariana Grande. We have Fox Teen coverage. Catherine Herridge in Washington has the latest from U.S. intelligence agencies on the attack. John Roberts, traveling with President Trump in Rome tonight, brings us the White House reaction. But we begin with senior correspondent Rick Leventhal, who's on the ground in Manchester, England. Good evening, Rick.
James, a far different scene tonight, 24 hours after the deadly bombing here. No sirens, no screaming kids, no parents frantically searching for their loved ones. But a heavy police presence remains, and these officers will soon be helped by the British Armed Forces, who will patrol key events and key sites on orders from the Prime Minister, who is clearly concerned about another terrorist attack.
The work undertaken throughout the day has revealed that it is a possibility we cannot ignore that there is a wider group of individuals linked to this attack.
An incredibly challenging time for a stunned nation trying to make sense of a senseless act. Manchester police serving 2 search warrants, one involving a controlled explosion in the hunt for clues after the worst terror attack in the United Kingdom in almost 12 years. It was a scene of chaos and panic at the largest indoor concert venue in the UK after a suicide bomber detonated an improvised explosive device in a public area between the venue and the adjoining Victoria train station, just as an Ariana Grande concert had ended. The IED reportedly packed with nuts and bolts, and the detonation timed to inflict maximum carnage.
It was just chaos, just utter chaos and frightening, just terrifying.
I was just really nervous about what would happen, and as soon as I heard the bang, I just decided to run.
And we just heard screaming, and everybody was running from the back towards the front.
Saw like a flash, like an explosion flash, and then at that point everyone was running back up the stairs again, panicking, screaming, shouting, crying.
At least 22 were killed by the blast and dozens more wounded by flying shrapnel. 18-year-old student Georgina Bethany Calendar was among the dead, a pop music fan who'd met the singer 2 years ago and posted their picture on her Instagram feed. Another victim, 8-year-old Safi Rose Rousas, described simply as a beautiful little girl, her mother and sisters among those recovering in 8 area hospitals. British Prime Minister Theresa May visited the wounded.
It is an absolutely barbaric attack that has taken place. To cut off young lives in this way, I mean, it is absolutely devastating, and our thoughts and prayers must be with their families and friends at this horrendous tragedy that has taken place.
Manchester police have identified the bomber as 22-year-old Salman Abedi, a Brit with Libyan origins, reportedly known to authorities here. A 23-year-old man also arrested in connection with the attack, with the investigation of the bomber just beginning.
Our priority, along with the police counter-terrorist network and our security partners, is to continue to establish whether he was acting alone or working as part of a wider network.
Tuesday evening, thousands of mourners showed their love for the victims at a vigil in Albert Square, holding signs and candles and observing a moment of silence. No more briefings expected tonight from Manchester police, who say the identities of the rest of those killed likely won't be released until late Wednesday at the earliest. James?
Rick Leventhal covering the worst terrorist attack in Great Britain in over a decade tonight. Rick, thank you.